Hey everyone! So, you're looking for a dog trainer here in Edmond, Oklahoma. Let's get right into how you can find a great one that's a perfect fit for you, your dog, and your life in this city. So, here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with why training for our local environment is so helpful. Then we'll figure out what your dog specifically needs, how to pick a good trainer, what you can expect to pay, and of course, the fun part, where you can practice all those new skills around town.
First things first, let's talk about how having a well-trained dog really makes enjoying Edmond so much better for both of you.
You know, life in Edmond is pretty varied. One minute you're on a quiet trail at Mitch Park, the next you could be walking down a busy sidewalk downtown. A trained dog can handle all of that with confidence, and honestly, that just makes everything less stressful and way more fun. Just picture it. You're trying to walk through a crowded UCO event, or you're at Haffer Park where there are bikes and joggers zipping by. With the right training, your dog can stay calm and focused. These situations go from being potential headaches to just a normal, pleasant walk.
Okay, so let's get a little more specific and figure out what kind of training plan is actually going to work best for your dog.
The first step is to just ask yourself, what do I want to get out of this? Are you just looking for the basics, like sit and stay? Or is there a specific problem you need help with, like pulling on the leash? Knowing your goal is going to really help narrow down your search.
And there are a few different ways to get that training done. In-home lessons, for instance, are awesome for puppies or for working on stuff that happens right in your neighborhood. Group classes are really good for getting your dog used to focusing with other dogs and people around. And then you have options like board and train or day training if you need something a little more intensive.
And listen, whatever you're dealing with, you're probably not the only one. Trainers see these things all the time. Leash pulling, barking, puppy basics, even more complex things like anxiety or reactivity. So you can definitely find someone who specializes in exactly what you need.
All right, you've got your goals in mind. Now let's look at how you actually go about finding the right person for the job.
Okay, this is a big one. You really want to look for trainers who use positive reinforcement. What that means is they use rewards, like treats or praise, to teach your dog what you want them to do. It's super effective, it's humane, and it helps build a really strong, trusting bond with your dog. Now, Oklahoma doesn't have a licensing requirement for dog trainers, so looking for certifications is a good way to vet people. Things like these show that a trainer has put in the work to get educated and stay up to date. If you're dealing with tougher issues like serious fear or aggression, you might look for those more specialized behavior consultant credentials. So, when you're talking to a potential trainer, here are 5 key things to ask. You want to know about their methods, see their credentials, and understand how they'll create a plan specifically for your dog. It's also good to know how you'll both measure progress, and of course, get a really clear idea of the costs involved before you start. All right, let's talk about the investment. Knowing the typical prices around here can help you figure out what makes sense for your budget. This gives you a pretty good idea of the 2025 cost ranges here in Edmond. You can see group classes are a more affordable option to start with, private lessons and in-home packages are in the mid-range, and then a full board and train program, well, that's a much bigger investment, but it's very intensive.
And if you're dealing with more complex behavioral issues, you'll probably start with an initial consultation. This is a deep dive session to assess the problem, and you can expect that to fall somewhere in this price range before you commit to a full training package.
And now we get to the really fun part. Once you've started training, you get to take those skills out into the real world and practice all around Edmond.
We have a couple of fantastic dog parks that are perfect for this. Both the park at Bigham-Rudkin and the one in Mitch Park are safe, fenced-in areas where you can legally let your dog off leash to work on things like coming when called and playing nicely with others.
And for working on that leash walking, you have so many great options. The trails at Hoffer Park or out at Arcadia Lake are perfect. They give you a chance to practice around real-life distractions. You know, joggers, other dogs, maybe even a squirrel or two.
And just a quick but really important reminder on the local rules. Your dog needs to be on a leash in all public areas. That means trails, sidewalks, everything. The only places they can be off-leash are inside the fences of those official dog parks. It's all about keeping everyone safe and comfortable. You know, finding that right trainer is such a wonderful investment in your relationship with your dog. It's what helps them become a happy, confident companion that you can take anywhere, whether you're just walking around the neighborhood, having people over, or enjoying everything our city has to offer. Good luck with your search.